Hello everybody and welcome back to Northeast Weather 1. First video in a while. New channel name. Anyways, we're going to be talking about once again weather for these three counties in northeastern Ohio. Geauga, Cuyahoga, and Lake County as you see on the map. First thing we're going to do is we're going to currently look at the whole United States radar. And you can see right off the bat, we have this low pressure system over here. Somewhere over here. And it's creating this band, these storms, and we actually have, I think if I look, 70 miles per hour. Yeah, there's a 90 mile per hour storm out there, and we actually just got to watch a severe thunderstorm watch that just popped up. Got a severe thunderstorm watch for those areas. Severe thunderstorm watch because severe thunderstorms are expected. But over here, we do have some severe weather and cells popping up. In this little red box, there is a mesoscale discussion from the Storm Prediction Center that a tornado watch is likely. And we are going to potentially see a few tornadoes. I am confident that we will see a few tornadoes and maybe one or two of them actually being significant. And we'll watch that. Right now is currently we're nearing the peak of the tornado threat over here, but I think after it's gonna die down a bit. But then I think once this all becomes one linear mode, a squall line, I think for cells that pop out, there's a potential for cells to pop out in front of it, and those are called prefrontal supercells. So I think that there is going to be another peak because prefrontal supercells could happen. A bit unknown if they actually will happen. But all of our tornado parameters in this kind of circled area are going to start to come back up again and potentially peak higher than right here. So something that we do need to watch as prefrontal supercells might be more significant than what we see in this red mesoscale discussion in future watch. As we go on to our forecast, we're just going to quickly look at our current fronts right now. As you can see, this cold front with the few surface lows along it. We have a huge warm front, and you just have this meridional type cold front. Show you Mexico all the way to extremely northern Canada. And this cold front is what's going to be in this cold front, and there's a little bit of a dry line. You can see right east of Santa Fe, that L with those yellow dashes, that's indicating a dry line. That's what's kind of causing our severe weather today. But this system is going to be moving to the east, and then these two surface lows, I can see that's in Minnesota near Santa Fe, to the east of Santa Fe, are going to be bringing that cold front. Once again, this cold front is going to combine into a line of thunderstorms, and they are going to be severe, and they will go towards our area. We will get more into depth with that, but those squall line is going to kind of disintegrate once it gets towards us for Halloween. It's not going to be a last-minute thing for trick-or-treating or whatever, or any kind of plans, because it still will be disintegrating as it goes through. There are some model trends where something behind it may start to flare up in thunderstorm activity. We will have to see. But anyways, here's what we're looking like right now. So in Cuyahoga County, we are currently at 75 degrees. Geauga, we're at 75. Lake, we're at 74. And Lake Erie, which I don't really cover, but for fun, Lake Erie, we're at 60 degrees. So it's pretty nice outside right now. I definitely use the time wisely before that cold front comes in. All right, so tomorrow the SPC has our area out for weather for thunderstorm right here. In this green, this light green is a general risk for thunderstorms, which means maybe a few strong ones, but just general, maybe some strong but non-severe thunderstorms are expected. So maybe these storms, I expect them just to be normal thunderstorms, mostly rain dominant. So which means mostly rain as the line comes from the west. In western Ohio, there is a little sliver of severe weather that is possible for damaging winds and hail. Mostly, I'm convinced in damaging winds. And when it gets to us, once again, it's not going to be severe. It's more than likely going, if it is strong, right? If a thunderstorm does tend to be strong, it may have the smallest amount of hail, but If it were to have to be strong, I would say it may have 40-mile-per-hour winds, which that's a special weather statement from the National Weather Service and not a severe thunderstorm. Because thunderstorms are expected, mostly rain, once again. We'll talk about it a little bit more. We'll actually go through a model. A light green line where it shows kind of like the satellite areas in so eastern Geauga County and really eastern Lake County and our covering areas are not expected to see any thunderstorms. Sadly, if you do not want thunderstorms, I doubt that. I think that there will still be some thunderstorms in that area, but mostly rain. The more the more the system moves east, the more rain dominant it shall become. Mostly in rain, can't rule out a couple of thunderstorms, can't rule out a strong one. I'm really not thinking that of a strong one, but there is a possibility of that, and it's in that light green risk that you see right there on your screen. So let's go into the model. So this is for tomorrow, and you can barely see it, but if you look northeast to Fort Wayne, 10 a.m. tomorrow, you can see that line of thunderstorms. It looks like it's kind of weak in the north and then kind of strong in the south. That's what we're seeing. The more south you go, the more energy there is, even though there's barely any energy anywhere in this picture, this model run. But you can see out in front of it, there will be something during the morning hours. Something's going to try to reconvect. And that's just a group of mostly, once again, rain, maybe some thunderstorms in Cincinnati. That is going to be moving, once again, north to the east. These group of thunderstorms out in front of that front moving in through central Indiana. We got a 12 p.m. Look at that line disintegrate. Still stays strong in the south. But if you see, we have more of these, I don't want to say the prefrontal cells, not supercells, but prefrontal rain cells. And you can see some thunderstorms are happening. And once again, this from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., you can see this little dark green extend through Ohio. That's that severe weather risk. So for Ohio, that part of Ohio, which I do not cover, that's just severe weather time. Line is really disintegrating. I think the Storm Prediction Center is going to remove that Michigan and Ohio risk. I believe so. I truly believe so. Because I don't really see them being severe in any kind of nature. But we are definitely watching it. By 2 p.m., these clusters of storms, once again, they try to it's going to be fluctuating. They're mostly going to be rain, and this is our first peak. This is our first peak for our area. If you look at our area, we're covered in rain. It's covered in precipitation, just entering and in 2 p.m., so just entering the daytime hours, midday hours. Thunderstorms, rain, I definitely think is possible. This could be when we could see a potential for a strong thunderstorm. Maybe if it gets lucky. Strong thunderstorms, I'm really looking at southern Ohio. I'm really looking at southern Indiana. And I'm really looking at Kentucky. 5 p.m., the line is dead. But if you look at Fort Wayne, there is a group of clusters of rain cells. And they are going to try, and those rain cells are literally right along that cold front. Like, they're literally right along that cold front. They're going to, through frontal forcing, shear and forcing from the front, I think that we're going to get some reconvection behind it, which means I do believe these will reconvect into storms. Anyways, back through Ohio. Our precipitation chance by 5 p.m., our risk may slightly go down, but I'm still keeping it very near that time with mostly rain, it looks like, for our area. By mid-trick-or-treating time, or 7 p.m., rain is going to come back, and you can kind of see that secondary, almost that frontal line, if you will, that new frontal line, still mostly rain dominant. That looks good. Some thunderstorms do try to go in our area. At 7 p.m., this is when I'm seeing our new peak. So 7 p.m., once again, I'm seeing our newest peak. And this is going to be bigger than the daytime peak. So this is when our highest precipitation chance is, I believe. So it kind of ruins trick-or-treating, but if you can handle it in the rain and maybe a stray thunderstorm, then good for you. 10 p.m., that line intensifies. So this thing kind of intensifies mostly into heavy downpours, but I will be a little bit surprised if they are not thunderstorms. General thunderstorms, you can see the progression from 7 to 10 p.m. Just a little bit south, but near our covering zone. So basically in our area. And once again, this model, it's not going to be 100%. So that could be moved a bit more north towards us. So, and we have to see, this is our second chance once again of the heaviest precipitation, really heavy rain, thunderstorms, and this could be the second chance of a strong thunderstorm. I don't think so, since that line is just reconvecting. By 2 a.m., it's out of here. By 2 a.m. Friday, it is out of here, and that front came by. And today's Wednesday, once again, and here's what's going to be happening throughout the week. Once again, our peak temperatures today, 74, 75 degrees, 74 just to be conservative. In these blue numbers, that is our chance of precipitation. So today, 0% chance of precipitation is expected, and our lows are going to be 59 degrees. Thursday, Halloween, this is when that front comes in the evening hours is when that front will come. And throughout the day, Thursday, we are going to be particularly warm. Same time. A chance of precipitation is 50% is during that trick-or-treating peak around 7 to 8 p.m. That's that 50% chance of our greatest peak. So 50% chance is our second peak, what I talked about. So that 50% chance is primarily for trick-or-treating times. That, I think, could be upgraded to 60% chance or higher. And that first peak, which is the storms and showers in the daytime hours, in the early afternoon hours from 12 to 4 p.m., that could be upgraded to a 40 or 50% chance as well. We will have to see how model trends go. In the night, though, same lows, 59 degrees. When that front comes by, it's going to drop a lot. Friday morning, the front is out of here once again by 2 a.m. Our peak at our highs Friday are going to be at 63 degrees. 20% chance of precipitation for Friday. I say that because, once again, that part of that 20% chance is through 12 to 2 a.m. when that front comes by. And then throughout the day, there's going to be a low pressure system that comes over us. And it kind of cyclonically spins some light rain towards, Ontario, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Very isolated rain. And some of the models are saying, hey, maybe this can go over our area too. So that's part of the 20% chance. That could be downgraded to 10% chance. I think it could. I think it's possible. This is being kind of unconservative, if you will. Our lows are going to be 45 degrees, and the trend of coolness doesn't stop. Sunday, our highs are going to be 59 degrees. I would not be surprised if that goes down a little bit. A degree or two. Maybe 3. Precipitation chance, 0. Not seeing anything in the forecast, nothing in the models. Our lows are going to be 39 degrees. Once again, that could be a degree or 3 less. We'll have to see. We'll get a better idea Friday of what that'll be like. Sunday, same thing, 59 degrees. 20% chance of precipitation. So for the third Sunday, this is where it gets interesting. It's going to be bringing some kind of front. And it's going to be like today. It's going to be causing some severe weather, potentially significant severe weather in the plains. It's going to rocket towards us. I'm thinking that we're not going to see severe weather because look at our temperatures. That isn't that supportive of severe weather. Could happen. I'm putting us on a watch for severe weather, a low watch for severe weather on Sunday to Monday. Putting us on a very small watch that if anything is going to happen to that, I think that's going to be downgraded more than upgraded. Definitely the rain chance is at 20%. That is conservative. What I will say, though, is the lows are going to be around 38 degrees, maybe a degree or 3 cooler. And if it is the coolest temperatures in the nighttime, and if we can get some rain, if we can get some rain in 38, 36 degrees, that's near freezing. So we could get some slush. We could get some slush. I'm not ruling it out. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait till Friday to get a bit of a better idea from our more high resolution models. So there, that is our 7-day forecast. Once again, sorry, this is not going to be 7 days, but don't worry, it will refresh every Monday. Every Monday we'll have a whole new 7-day outlook for you. I may change that, so yeah, I don't know yet. But there is your not 7-day forecast for you. Sunday, Monday, that's if we do get a marginal risk for severe weather. Once again, I'm putting us on a very low watch for severe weather for Sunday, Monday, leaning towards a 0% chance of severe weather. So please stay tuned.